love doing cardio. They're cardio bunnies or cardio rabbits. I don't know what the guy term is for that, but they just love doing cardio and they think like that is the number one way on how I'm going to lose my belly fat and gain muscle and lose body fat, all that. What are your thoughts on that?
Person that I used to think like cardio was the only way to lose fat, and I used to do a lot of cardio. I'm not saying you shouldn't do cardio. Everyone should get their steps in, cardio, get all that. That's really, really good for you. But really, to lose fat, there's two things we got to do, which is number one, your nutrition. So making sure you're in a caloric deficit. Because even if you're eating whatever you want and you're doing a lot of cardio, it's not gonna, what did they say? You can't out train a bad diet. So number one is a nutrition. Number 2 is weight training because I always say weight training helps you build muscle, muscle helps you burn fat. So if you're really looking to recomp your body and really to increase the metabolism, it's weight training. So you should still be doing cardio, like you should be still getting doing steps in. If you love running, you can definitely incorporate, but that alone is not what's going to cause fat loss.
Yeah, and
What are
then
your thoughts
yeah,
about
and
that?
then adding to that too is, and remember, the cardio should be like the last, like the whipped cream on top of it. Think about it. Like you got your appetizer, which is like the program that you're going to be doing, and then you got your main course, which is going to be the actual like the diet
Mm,
portion, and at the very very end of the training and the programming and the intensity and following the strict diet plan that's putting you in a caloric deficit, then you do cardio.
mhm.
Um, can you only do cardio like to only want to lose, let's say you're go like post injury, you screwed up your shoulder, post shoulders, and you can really only walk, or let's say you're dealing with a lot of knee issues and stuff like that too. It happens, right? It happens. Um, doing cardio at a steady state, where your heart rate's not too elevated. I think it's around like 120 to 135. You don't want it to be too elevated. You're actually only tapping into more, I would say, the fat.
Mhm.
Anything that's a little bit more elevated, where your heart's too elevated, more of like a hit style. Um, Not saying that you won't tap into fat, but you run the risk of tapping into your hard-earned muscle. So, but again, that's the worst case scenario where you cannot strength train. You still could do that, but again, so you got to still make sure that everything else checks off on the boxes. Like you are doing strength training, whether it be body weight or whether it be with weights, progressive overloading, and as well as you have a good nutritional plan that you're actually supplying your body with the right needs to refuel, as well as getting in enough protein for the recovery process.